it goes without question that Black Ops Cold War is obviously one of my most anticipated games of the year, right? The Last of Us Part 2 was a very anticipated game for me, but you guys know, Call of Duty is what got me really started on pretty much everything. I mean, it was one of those titles, guys, that has really got me going when it came to especially like the trick shotting and sniping communities in Call of Duty back in 2008, 2009. Of course, StarCraft 2 was the other one, as well as Gears of War. Those were like the big three to me. And so Call of Duty, every single year that it comes out, it's one of my most anticipated games and titles. It just is. No matter whether we're talking jetpacks, whether we're talking boots on the ground, it's always been one of my most anticipated games. And with that, it continues with Black Ops Cold War. I've stated this many times, guys. I don't like the title. I wish they would just change the title to Black Ops 5. I don't like Cold War. I just don't like the name that much. I feel like it just almost feels like somewhat of a soft reboot, but at the same time, I just feel that they were kind of building on something here. You got to Black Ops 4, and then you're all of a sudden going to kind of go backwards, so to speak. I just didn't really like it. I thought it made more sense with Modern Warfare to be a soft reboot. I thought that they should just continued with Black Ops 5. But nonetheless, the title of a game is not going to dictate whether the game is good or bad. The gameplay, mechanics, story, things of that nature are what's going to dictate whether the game is really good or bad. Obviously, with the alpha, guys, being something that people are getting their hands on and trying out, from what I've watched, from what I've been looking at, guys, this game looks very promising. I want to talk about everything that we won out of Black Ops Cold War. And when I say we, guys, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions here. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So Black Ops Cold War, I feel like there needs to be real emphasis on, obviously, the story. I want there to be a fully fleshed out campaign. I've stated this many times. I would love them to kind of go a little bit away from what they've done in the past, because if this is going to be somewhat of a soft reboot, I would love for them to kind of change things a little bit from the campaign perspective. We've had this very linear experience in the campaign up to this point in time, and I would love to see them kind of make it a semi-open world, or even a full open world would be really interesting for Call of Duty, but even just a semi-open world. I was afraid of, of this concept when Gears 5 was going to come out. A very linear experience up to that point. Gears 5 comes out and it's a semi-open world, and I thought, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Then when we got into it, it was so awesome being able to really kind of be in this living, breathing place and like explore it and such. I feel the same way with Call of Duty. Why not change it up a little bit from something that we've had all, up to this point? I don't think they're going to do that, guys. It doesn't seem like they're going to be doing that. It seems like it's going to be like epic moments consistently in the campaign, which is what Call of Duty is always known for. But nonetheless, I would love to have some like differences there with Black Ops Cold War. But the other thing is I would love to see Alex Mason return. I think that would be really cool to see him return to the fray and into Black Ops Cold War in some capacity or another, whether he's a playable character or whatever it might be. I'd love to see Alex Mason come back. Another thing, guys, moving, away from the campaign and moving over to the multiplayer experiences, and multiplayer is really what we're kind of getting our hands on impressions of and such. And I got to say, guys, overall, I really like what I'm seeing so far. The thing for me, though, is I believe that the maps are really going to dictate whether this game is going to be really good or not so much. The maps seem memorable. They seem pretty epic. And so I'm excited about what I'm seeing so far with the maps. But at the same time, I feel like the maps are going to really dictate whether this game is going to be really good or not so much. Because obviously, guys, we only have access to so many maps from the alpha. And then, of course, when the beta comes out, those are all things that we're going to have, access to, and we're going to be able to kind of see all of what that's going to encompass. From what it looks like, though, the maps overall, I'm on board. I'm on board with them. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what the full slate of maps that comes out. Obviously, the full slate of different weapons. I would love there to be more emphasis on sniping. And guys, this is because I'm a sniper. I love trick shotting as well. I would love this to be a trick shot title, a trick shotting game that, can bring us back to the trick shotting days of Call of Duty. I don't think we'll ever be back to Modern Warfare 2 Black Ops 2 days, but something like that would be really cool. I'd love to see the emphasis on sniper rifles once again being, like a heavy emphasis there. I think that Modern Warfare did an okay job with the sniping. Obviously, trick shotting was almost non-existent within it, but I would love to see definitely, the continuation of snipers. And I just feel that sniping has been one of those things that's been nerfed so many times from the community, but I want there to be balance, right? I want there to be a real emphasis on balance in Black Ops Cold Cold War between all the different weapons. I'd also love to see a real, like a competitive playlist. Treyarch does a really good job of doing that, whether it's league play, whatever it might be. I'd love to see that for those of us who are kind of wanting more of a challenge, more competition. So a competitive playlist would be absolutely awesome. And, you know, honestly, guys, you know, zombies, I know people love zombies. I just want there to be, you know, traditional zombies, which people, obviously, I think that's pretty obvious that traditional zombies is coming back. But I'd also like there to be a couple of new modes to zombies, like that of having where, you know, you are able to save your progress, or a mode where you're able to actually beat the zombies or beat the actual missions and such. I think that would be a really cool concept as well for zombies, kind of like change it up a little bit. So for me, zombies would be great. I really like the concept of extinction. I believe in Call of Duty Ghosts, and I would like to, I kind of liked that idea. And so I'd like them to take that approach here with zombies. I don't know if they will. They probably won't. But I think adding new modes to zombies would be a really smart decision. And so overall for me, guys, though, I am very excited about this title. I definitely want there to be a really good marriage between Warzone for Black Ops Cold War, where we're able to, you know, both of the developer teams are able to kind of work those things out, adding new weapons and areas and things of that nature from Cold War. I'm excited about this year in Call of Duty. I think that there's real potential here to be something special. Every time Treyarch comes out with a game, we always feel that it's going to be the strongest of the Call of Duty titles, right? I mean, Infinity Ward, not saying they do a terrible job. I think Infinity Ward definitely does a better job than like Sledgehammer did with their titles, but I really think that there's an emphasis here that Treyarch does the best. They make the best multiplayer experience. Infinity Ward does the best when it comes to the story mode. And so I want to see that really, you know, show here with Black Ops Cold War. Especially, you know, I think that there's a lot riding on this, especially with, for example, the Call of Duty League. I think it's really going to be a big year for them if this title really hits, you know, really gets knocked out of the park by Treyarch. And I think they will. I think that this is a team that will absolutely knock it out of the park. From what we've seen so far, the, you know, different, you know, certain fixes and things of that nature, as long as they're on top of it, guys, and they're changing things not only for the casual gamers, but also for the competitive side of things. If they're consistently updating things and making sure and fine-tuning stuff so it's like the best experience possible, we're going to be in for a great year. But those are the things, guys, that I really want to see and I'm excited about with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Let me know, what do you want to see in Black Ops Cold War? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.